Walking the aisle for the Royals here, the
Hello,
Bearcat
hello, hello.
cheerleaders, BH. Number 12, escorted by senior.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Zach Austin for Isaac Brown here at Homecoming. Got your 7th grade maid, Miss Farrah Stringer. Farrah is the 7th grade Bearcat cheerleader and the daughter of Miss Terry Hall, and sister of Miss Jacqueline Hall, and the granddaughter of Mr. and Mrs. Joe Hart. She is escorted by Senior Bearcat Mr. Noah Weaver. Noah is the son of Jason and Miss Sarah.
Noah is the son of Mr. Jason
Harbison.
Weaver and Mrs. Sarah Harbison.
Harbison, sorry, Sarah. Whew. You'll have to forgive me. I just ran up the stairs here at the press box, so I'm a little winded.
7th grade maid, Miss Farrah Stringer.
Again, that was the 7th grade maid, Miss Farrah Stringer, and escort Noah Weaver.
8th grade
Here
maid, Miss
comes your 8th grade maid,
Franklin.
Miss Alexis Franklin. She is a member of the BJHS Lady Cat basketball team,
Alexis is a member of the
and she is the daughter of
BJHS
Mr.
Lady
and
Cat
Mrs.
basketball
Brandon
team.
Franklin.
She is the daughter
She is
of Mr.
escorted
and
by
Mrs. Brandon
Bearcats
Franklin.
Mr. Evan Slinker and
Alexis
Mr.
is
Landon
escorted by
Beckett.
senior Bearcats, Mr. Evan Slinker
Evan is the
and
son
Mr.
of Mr.
Landon
John
Beckett.
Slinker and Miss Tracy Keith. Landon is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Sean Beckett.
Evan is the son of Mr. John Slinker and Miss Tracy Keith. Landon is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Sean Beckett. Miss Alexis Franklin, 8th grade maid.
And that was your 8th grade maid, Miss Alexis Franklin, and Evan
Freshman
Slinker
maid,
and
Miss
Landon
Natalie
Beckett, her
Miller.
escorts. And here's your freshman maid, Miss Natalie
Natalie is
Miller.
a member of the BJHS Lady
She
Cat
is
volleyball
a
team.
member of the
She is the
BJHS
daughter of
volleyball
Mr.
team.
and Mrs. Josh Borsma and Mr. and Mrs. John Miller. Natalie is escorted by senior Bearcats, Mr. Jacob
Natalie is the
Carey
daughter of
and
Mr. and Mrs.
Andrew
Josh
Robertson.
Borsma and Mr. and Mrs. John Miller. She is escorted by Mr.
Jacob
Jacob Carey
is the son of
and
Mr.
Mr.
and Mrs.
Andrew
Jacob
Robertson.
Carey. Andrew is
Jacob is the son of Mr. and
Johnny
Mrs.
Pruitt and Mr.
Jacob
and
Carey.
Mrs. Kenny Robertson.
Andrew is the son of
Freshman
Mr.
maid
and
is
Mrs. Johnny
Natalie
Pruitt
Miller.
and Mr. and Mrs. Kenny Robertson. That was your freshman maid, Miss Natalie Miller.
Sophomore maid, Miss Grace Preston.
Your sophomore maid, Miss Grace Preston.
Grace
She is a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Todd Preston. And she is escorted by senior Bearcats, Mr. Chance Shigley and Mr. Cam Brazier. Chance is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Rusty Shigley. Cam is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ashley Brazier.
Shigley. Cam is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ashley Brazier.
And that is your sophomore
Miss
maid,
Grace
Miss
Preston,
Grace Preston.
sophomore maid.
And her escorts, Cam Brazier
Junior maid, Miss
and
Margie
Chance Shigley.
Jeffcoat.
And here's your junior maid, Miss Margie
Margie is
Jeffcoat.
a member of the BHS
She is a member
Bearcat
of
band.
the BHS Bearcat
She's the
band
daughter of Miss
and
Nora
is the daughter
Jeffcoat
of
and Mr.
Miss
Jimmy
Nora
Jeffcoat.
Jeffcoat and Mr. Jimmy Jeffcoat.
Margie is escorted by
Margie
senior
is
Bearcats,
escorted
Mr.
by
Anthony
senior
McKesson and
Bearcats,
Mr.
Mr.
Dominic
Anthony
Helms.
McKesson and Mr. Dominic Helms. Anthony is the son of Mr. Gabby McKesson and Miss
Anthony is the son
Lynetta
of
Hill.
Mr. Gabby McKesson.
Dominic is
and
the
Miss
son of
Lynette
Miss
Hill.
Mandy Helms,
Dominic is
Miss
the son
Helen
of Miss
Helms,
Mandy
and the late Mr.
Mrs.
Randy
Helen
Helms.
and the late Mr. Randy Helms.
Your junior maid,
Miss
Margie
Jeffcoat.
Jeffcoat.
Senior maid, Miss Kylie Rogers.
And here comes your senior maid, that is Miss Kylie Rogers, and she is a member
Kylie is
of the
a member
BHS
of the
yearbook
BHS
staff and is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Nick Rogers. She is escorted by senior
Kylie is escorted by
Bearcats,
senior Bearcats,
Mr. Court
Mr.
Mizell, and Mr.
Mr.
Ethan Perelia. Court is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Gabe Mizell, and Ethan is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Jordan Perelia.
Court is the son of
And
Mr.
Miss
and Mrs.
Heather
Gabe
Adams.
Mizell. Ethan is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Jordan Perelia and Miss Bearcat, Mr. Gabe Fennell.
And that is, ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 Homecoming Royalty. Miss Shelby Posey's your queen in her court of royalty. Jump back to the beginning right here real quick. This is our 94th homecoming. There have been 90 football homecoming queens and 7 basketball homecoming queens. The Bearcat Marching Band was playing You Are So Beautiful and is under the direction of Mr. Brian Rhodes, and Miss Angela Rhodes. And the ones that were forming the aisle for the royalty were the cheerleaders, BHS, marching band, color guard, junior high Bearcat cheerleaders, and 7th grade Bearcat cheerleaders. Thank you everybody for watching and listening. We'll take a break as they get the girls situated over there in their podium, and we'll be back later. Hello, hello.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey
if you're a
everybody,
former
Zach and
Bearcat here at Booneville,
Isaac here,
if you
Bearcat
would,
Stadium,
head down
Doug
to the
Shield
track
Field.
and find Coach May. She's looking for all former Cheercats.
It is
Just
homecoming
meet her down on the track.
2019. It's the
Before we
94th
start the game, if you're hungry, head
homecoming
on
we've
down
ever
to the
had, Isaac.
concession stand. They have lots of things there to eat. But
And
also, the Knights of Columbus are set up
there's been
by the
90
concession stand
homecoming
selling
queens
chicken baskets.
for football and
These are $5
7, I
apiece.
believe,
Half of the
for
proceeds
basketball,
will go to
wasn't
the
it?
band and half will go to the community.
Thinking of that off the top of my head real quick. I apologize.
$5 chicken basket.
If I sound a little weird, kind of stuffed up right now, so I'm sorry. Wait a little bit and I'll give you a couple little stats and background stuff here on the Booneville versus Paris game over the years. If you're not know somebody that's not able to tune in to us here on YouTube or anything or watch, make sure you tune into Cool 104.7. You have Chuck with the call and also back for one game only is what Mr. Jeff Rodat says. We'll see. No, he's filling in for Mr. Ethan Obar. So if you want to listen to Jeff one more time, you can tune in to Cool 104.7 and do that. It is 6:51 right now. There's a little over 7 minutes left until the game starts. We'll take another break, and thank you for watching. Hey everybody, Zach here, back here at Bearcat Stadium at Doug Shield Field. Um, Thank you for tuning in tonight. This is the 2009 homecoming game between Booneville and the Paris Eagles. Um, you have all you seniors down here for the captains, but your two main captains is going to be number 5, that's Gabe Fennell, and number 12, that is Evan Slinker. Mr. Ethan Perelia, number 73, over here on the far left, he is suited up. Um, he's going to see some limited playing time tonight. Uh, if some of you don't know or wondering why, I guess I should say, he should see some limited playing time. He got hurt on the first series um, between Clarksville, and he's been out the past couple weeks. And he is back with some limited playing time this week, so that's always good to have him back. So we are waiting right now for the Paris Eagles to come out and for their captains. We still have 2 minutes and 25 seconds almost before the game starts. Give you a little breakdown of the game history. This is the 89th meeting between Booneville and Paris, and since this is the 89th meeting, Booneville and has faced Paris more times than any other team in our program's history. The last time Paris won was 2015, 28-21, and that was a homecoming game like tonight is. It should be a pretty good game. Coming into the game, Paris is 2-1, and your Bearcats are 1-2. Last week, both teams had a bye week. Booneville won against Pottsville, their last game they played, and Paris won against Waldron, come from behind, matter of fact, to win. And Paris also won their first game against Perryville. Both teams has played Clarksville, both has lost. And here are your captains. Number 55 for Paris, Ethan Needham. I believe that's number 9, Blaze Woods. And I'm guessing number 80,
Captains
Luke
tonight for
Trusty.
Paris Eagles will be number 55, Ethan Needham, number 9, Blaze Woods, and number 80, Luke Trusty. Your captains for your Booneville Bearcats, number 5, Gabe Fennell, and number 12, Evan Slinker. The officials for tonight's game, referee Dan Schwinger, umpire Todd Holmes.
Fixing to be game time here, folks. Bearcats are heading to the
We'd
helmet.
like to thank the following sponsors for our new field flags this year: Static Fusion, State Farm, Booneville Family
Paris Eagles are
Dentistry,
taking the field right
and
now.
Dennis and Becky Glover.
And here come your Bearcats.
And here come your Booneville Bearcats.
And homecoming 2019 is fixing to get underway. Miss Shelby Posey is your homecoming queen, hoping for a victory tonight against the Paris Eagles. Your Bearcats, they're going to be kicking off over here. They're going to be defending the school, DJ George Drive. he gets out over to the 25.
Number 1, Blake Martinez on the return.
I don't know if any of y'all heard me. Martinez filled up the ball for the Eagles. Number 1 took it over to the left side, over to the 25-yard line. I think my headset went to sleep real quick. That'd be my fault. I was talking to Coach Walker a while ago, so my apology, folks. Number 8 is going to be a quarterback. This is Chase Watts. He's a sophomore. Number 9 is to the left of him. That's Blaze Woods. Got 2 receivers to each side. He's looking to his left still. High pass is overthrown. It's intended for number 5. That's Richardson.
The Eagle pass is going to fall incomplete. Providing pressure was number 24, Anthony McKesson. Second and 10 for the Eagles.
The second and 10. Ball's at the 25-yard line. You have one receiver to each side. Watts is still your quarterback. Bearcats shift. It's a handoff to Woods. It's right up the middle. And he's going to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage. First guy in there for the Cats is number 14. That's Colton Ritchie. Anthony McKesson in there as well. Going to make it 3rd and 9. Oh, they got 3rd and 10 on the scoreboard. We got trips over here to the right side, one to the left. Woods is to the left of Watts. It's a snap. Watts is looking over here to his right. He's wanting to throw. Nice pressure. McKesson applying some more pressure. Anthony McKesson on the sack. Drops him back down to the 15-yard line.
Back on the play.
Cole Boersma did a little somersault there. Made Watts roll out to his right, and there's Anthony McKesson there to pursue him.
10-yard loss. It'll be 4th and 20.
Quarterback's going to be punting the ball. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Ritchie got back there, almost blocked it, and ran in Ironman Ray to field the ball.
Number 3, Brandon Ray on the return. He's quickly brought down number 5, Patrick Richardson.
I was going to give you a little quick stats on McKesson real quick. He's got 14 tackles, 7 solo, and 14 assisted tackles on the year, and 2.5 sacks for the year. So he's doing a good job there on defense. Mr. Hunter Pence, he's your linebacker, one of your linebackers. He's got 10 tackles, 4 solo, and 12 assists. We're on offense now. Cam Brazier is going to be your fullback. You have Ray, your halfback, Robertson, the other halfback, and Slinker's your quarterback. Nice cut by Robertson. Robertson still on his feet. Sheds a couple tackles. Number 22 and 11 there on the stop.
Number 2, Andrew Robertson on the carry. Brought down to number 11, Caden McDaniel, and number 22, Tyler Garrett.
That's Tyler Garrett, number 11, and McDaniel, number 11. Ray in motion. It's a handoff to Ray on the right side. Ray stretches over to the sideline. Sheds a tackle. Gert, I thought I had him tackled there, but was able to slip away from him. That's a first down for the Cats. Bearcats are hurrying to the line. We got 10:05 here left in the first quarter. Gabe Fennell is split out here to the left side at receiver. Ray's in motion again. It's a handoff to Brazier up the middle. Cam still moving his feet. He gets maybe 4 or 5 yards on the carry. Nice to see Mr. Ethan Prelia out there on offense. Again, he's going to be seeing some limited playing time, so he may just play some on offense and maybe some packages on defense. We'll just have to wait and see. But glad to see the young man back out there. Ray's in motion. It's a handoff to Robertson here on the back side. Nice hole. And he's tripped up by number 1, Martinez.
Number 2, Andrew Robertson on the carry. He's tripped up by number 1, Blake Martinez. But that's Booneville Bearcat. First down. Ball spot is the 9-yard line.
Ball's on the 9-yard line. You got Bashard split out to the right side now. Robertson in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Brazier. Touchdown.
Robles is waiting for a score.
Cam Brazier rumbles 9 yards for the first touchdown. Makes it 6-0. Nice solid drive by the Cats. First drive, receive the punt. Just drive down and score. Gavin Kent to do the kick. The hold. Kick is up. And it's going to be good. Your Booneville Bearcats 7, Paris Eagles 0. 9:20 left to go in the first quarter. We'll take a little break and be right back. Back here at Bearcat Stadium, Mr. Gavin Kent doing the kicking again. Back deep, number 1 is Martinez. Number 22, Gert.
Back deep for Paris, going to be number 1, Blake Martinez, and 22, Tyler Geert. Kicking for Booneville is going to be number 8, Gavin
Score
Kent.
7-0 with 9:20 left to go in the first quarter. Give you a couple little stats real quick. Well, I'll wait after he kicks it then. Nice kick by Gavin Kent, fielded by Martinez about the 2-yard line. And Casey Maxson, number 11, was thrown down at the 16-yard line.
Number 1, Blake Martinez on the
I'll
return.
give you a couple offensive stats real quick while they're getting set on offense. Brandon Ironman Ray comes into the game with 300 yards of rushing. And Cam Brazier has 176 yards of rushing.
First and 10 for the Eagles, their own 18.
Evan Slinker, he has 116 passing yards and 93 rushing yards. And Robertson, I have done something with his stats, but he has almost 100 yards rushing. Throw over to Mark. That's number 3. That's Keene. He's got some speed, but not before he's got a first down. He's chased out of bounds by Evan Slinker.
Keene on the reception. He's tackled number 12, Evan Slinker. Yeah, first down for the Eagles. Ball being spotted at the 28-yard line.
We'll have you have four wide to the left, one over here to the right. Got a little trio set over there. And it's going to be offsides by Robertson. Just getting a little happy. Looks like you got Pirelli out there. That's your defensive tackle. Anthony McKesson's going to be your nose tackle. And Court the Fridge Mizell is going to be the other nose tackle. Robertson, he's going to be your end. Watts looks, his throw over there. Watts threw it over there to number 5, I believe. That's Richardson.
Number 9, Blaze Woods on the reception.
I believe that was Noah. That was Colton Ritchie on the stop. He plays your other end over there.
2-yard loss on that reception. It'll be 2nd and 7.
You got number 32 lined up beside Watts. That's 4. You got Trips over here to the right side. He's looking. Another little bubble screen over here. That's to number 5. That's Richardson. And Perelia, it looks like the Fridge was in there.
Number 5, Patrick Richardson on the reception. Brought down number 3, Raymond Ray. Number 73, Ethan Perelia. 5-yard pickup. And 3rd and 2.
Be 3rd and 2 after the game. You have 4's in the backfield. The quarterback keeper, and he gets nowhere. We're going to give that tackle to the whole defensive line there for the Cats.
Rush up the middle is stopped. Tackle was led by the big guy up front, number 77, Court the
That was
Fridge
Court
Mizell.
the Fridge Mizell leading the way. 4th and 2. They're going to punt. There's the high punt. They've got a fair catch there by Mr. Fennell. At the 40-yard line, the Cats will take over.
Punt is caught by Gabe Fennell, fair catch. Ball will be spotted at the 40-yard line of Booneville, 1st and 10.
Bearcats come out, shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right. That's Ray. Ray's in motion. It's a handoff to Ray. Ray's got some room. Nice move. McCaffrey down there, Isaac.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Number 9,
That's
Brazier.
probably about a 5-6 yard gain there on the play by Brazier.
5-yard pickup.
6:37 left to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Cats. Ray's back in at halfback for the Cats. Slinker under center. Robertson in motion is going to be tossed to Robertson over here to the left side. Nice block by Turkey. Nice block by Ty Goff. Robertson still on his feet. He's tackled. I was kind of... Fans are hollering for a horse collar. I was kind of wondering the same myself. Tackles him at the 2-yard line. Grab a person right behind the helmet right there on the top of the shoulder pads. Pulled him down. Luckily, he was able to jog off the field. That can be a pretty nasty tackle, Isaac.
First and goal from the 2-yard line for the Bearcats.
Decide where to put the football at.
The officials are... They moved it to the... It's going to be first. Able to watch. Tell them to tune in to Cool 104.7. Mr. Jeff Rodatz is back for one game tonight to help Mr. Chuck Hayes. Here's Gavin Kent's kick. It's up, and it's going to be fielded by Gert. He's going to take it up the middle, cuts over towards the left, and he's wrapped up by Casey Matson again.
Number 22, Tyler Gearick on the return.
That's 2 kickoffs in a row that Casey Matson has come in and made the tackle. That's a very good way. If there's any kids out there watching, see some playing time. You start doing good on special teams. You may work yourself up into some playing time. You got Boersma in now at one of your tackle positions. McKesson, he's still in as your nose tackle, and you got the Fridge over there on the far side on the right. Pressure by Robertson. Nice coverage there by Noah Weaver.
Eagle pass going to fall incomplete. In coverage number 26, Noah Weaver.
The 2nd and 10. Ball's on the 20-yard line. We have 5:47 left to go here in the first quarter. Watch this, your quarterback. He's looking. He's going to chunk it deep. And it's to Martinez, and he's just overthrown. 4 was the halfback to the left of Watts. That's the first time the Eagles have tried to take a real big shot downfield. The 3rd and 10. Four is going to be on the left side of Watts. You got trips over here to the right, 1 to the left. Watts is looking. He's got Martinez over here on a little out route. He's directing his guys. Boersma with some pressure. Martinez is open. And Martinez is being chased down by Ironman Ray. Noah Weaver wasn't able to tackle him. Brandon Ray. And that's going to be a Paris Eagle touchdown. An 80-yard touchdown pass. Boersma was applying the pressure. And Watts was able to roll. And Martinez was just doing it like a receiver should and just trying to get open, and he was wide open. Watts saw him and threw him, and well, the rest, I guess, is history.
They found an open spot.
The score comes with 5:21 left to go here in the first quarter. believe that's 54 or 64. That's Isaac Dyer. The kick is no good. Nope, 24. I'm sorry.
Leaving the score, Booneville 14, Eagles
That
6.
is Skylar Ellington. We'll take another little, well, we'll just keep it here. They're coming out on the field. Again, just want to say thank you to everybody that is out there watching. If you would like a shout out, shoot me a message or a text. #24, we do the kicking for the Eagles. Back deep for the Cats. It's going to be number 3, Randon Ironman Ray, and Robertson, number 2.
Kicking for the Eagles, number 24, Skylar Ellington.
Give a shout out to Mr. Joe Wigton up in Pennsylvania. Thank you for watching. Here's the kick. Little onside kick pretty much. Ty Goff drops it and he just falls on it. Got a score in the Mansfield game. It is 20-0 Mansfield with 6:31 left in the first. I believe they are playing West Fork. The Cats will travel to West Fork next week.
No return on the kickoff. It'll be spotted at the 38-yard line of the Bearcats. First and 10.
So the Cats, they're going to take over at the 38-yard line with 5:18 left to go here in the first quarter. Robertson in motion. It's going to be tossed to Brazier on the left side. And it's Ellington, number 24, on the tackle. Brazier gets maybe a yard. Looks like what they're giving him.
He's brought down number 24, Skylar Ellington.
Not sure if
No gain on the play. It'll be second and 10.
Mr. Joe Wigton's grandkids are watching, but if they are, I'm going to give a shout out to Caden, Cole, Cash, Wigton up in Pennsylvania watching. Hey kids, hope you're enjoying it. Fennell comes out here, split to the left side at receiver. Halfbacks is still the same. Slinker looking, he's got Ray just through the hands. Isaac, I thought he almost had it right there. I don't know if it was just a little overthrown for him or. Anthony McKesson comes in. Cats are going to come out in shotgun formation. You got Ty Goff over there on the far side with Ray. Ray's in motion. And he's looking at the pass over to Goff. Ty Goff, just a little tunnel screen pretty much. He gets maybe, let's go, 3-4 yards on the play. Isaac, I think that's the first time I've ever said tunnel screen. And Bearcats.
I know we had it in their playbook, but I don't think we ever ran it.
So that's going to make it 4th and 6. 4 minutes and 2 seconds left to go. It'll be the first time the Cats are having the punt tonight. Slinker, he's going to be doing the punting. Here's the kick. Nice high kick. Gert is just going to let it drop for the Eagles. Now he's going to pick it up at the 25-yard line. Breaks the tackle, but he's wrapped up by Mr. Colton Ritchie, it looks like. Nope, that was Evan Slinker. And I'd have to agree with Mr. Jeff Rodats and Chuck Hayes over here, saying it's getting a little chippy. I think it's getting a little bit more chippy, Isaac. A lot more talking going on now. There's been some shoving and stuff going on, but Four is on to the left side of Watts. A high snap. It's going to be hand off to Four right up the middle. And he is stopped. Here comes a late flag. Cam Brazier, and I believe that's number 56 for the Eagles. Heiss. It's on the ground. Let's see what they call. Brazier threw his hands up. I thought I saw a foot come up. We'll see what they decide. Personal foul against the Cats. So that's going to give the Eagles some decent field position and put them at the 40-yard line. 3:27 left to go here in the first. 14-6 is your score. Your Bearcats lead. You're going to have 2 receivers out to each side. 4, number 32 is lined up to the left of Watts. Number 11 is in motion. That's McDaniel. And it's fake. Watts still has it. He's looking. Pressure by McKesson. And Woodridge with the initial contact looked like. And Robertson and Brazier in there on the tackle. That was number 3 on the reception, Keene.
68 lost his helmet too. It's 3 helmets come off.
That's the most helmets I think that's coming off this year, Isaac. There's Mr. Fennell in there on the tackle as well. You're going to have quads over here, 4 receivers here to the right, 1 to the left. Watts looking, rolling over here to his right. Pressure, Andrew Robertson on the sack there. You had the Fridge back there, and Anthony McKesson and Pirelli all back there in the backfield.
6-yard loss, it'll be 3rd and 8.
We do have some scores scrolling for you here on the bottom right of the screen. I will try, though, myself and get some of the conference games scores and give them to you here in a little bit. The high snap. It's over Watts' head. McKesson pursuing, and he just throws it away. And that's going to be intentional grounding, Isaac, right? Let's see what he calls. There's 2 flags.
Penalty back there from where he threw the football.
So it is. It's going to be intentional grounding against the Eagles. So it backs them up 5 yards from where he threw the ball, and that's going to put them, looks like, at the 14-yard line. So the Eagles are going to be punting. Watts is going to punt. You have Fennell and Ray back here deep to receive for the Cats. Watts calls for it. High kick. Ray fielded it. McDaniel, excuse me, on the stop for the Eagles. And I think it's about the first time I've heard this stadium get kind of quiet, Isaac.
Yeah, all the air got sucked out.
Got Bouchard out here to the right. Ray Robinson, your halfback. Slinker is under center with Ray in motion. He's going to hand off to Robinson over here. Blocked by Boersma. Nice hole. And he's tripped up by number 5. That's Richardson.
Number 2, Andrew Robertson on the carry. Shoestring tackle, number 5, Patrick Richardson.
Got a conference score with Lamar and Cedarville. Score is 7-0 Lamar at the end of the first quarter.
Ball spotted at the 33-yard line.
That's be a good game to tune in to. I'll try to watch for that. Cedarville's got a pretty good team this year. Ray is in motion, takes the handoff. Nice little stutter move and just waiting for the hole. It's going to be a first down for the Cats.
Led by number 11, Katie McDaniel. That's another Booneville Bearcat. First down.
Isaac, I'm glad to see Pirelli back. I know I've said that a couple times, but like watching him block, he makes defenders mad because he keeps blocking them until the whistle goes. Fennell's in motion. That's the quarterback keeper. Slinker's got a touchdown. Evan Slinker. Slinker calls his own number. It'll be a 22-yard rush. That comes with 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Slinker to hold, Kent to do the kicking. And I think it's Mr. Caden Smith to do the snap. And nice snap, nice hold. The kick is up. And it's going to be good. Your score, Booneville 21, Paris 6. We'll take a break and be right back. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium, Doug Shield Field. Just right off DJ George Drive. Ozark and Mina is 0-0 in the second quarter. Ozark's lost a couple of their running backs this year. Once with a broken arm and ACL injury. Hope and pray for a speedy recovery for them, and they're able to come back. I know one of them is a junior. I'm not sure about the other. Know they're rivals and everything, but don't like to see nobody hurt. Kent to do the kicking. Nice kick by Kent. Will be fielded by Martinez on the hop. And none other than Casey Matson on the tackle again. That's 3 times in a row, Isaac. He's been in there. Got a score in the Mansfield-West Fork game is 26-0 Mansfield. You're going to have, looks like, one receiver to each side. Ellington is trying to decide where to go. We've got 2 tight ends. Watch is your quarterback. 4 is your halfback. It's going to be handoff to 4, just right up the middle. Looks like McKesson was in there as well. There's Colton Ritchie. And Court the Fridge Mizell in there on the tackle as well. Gardens. There's a handoff to 4 right up the middle again, and Court the Fridge Mizell again knocks him back for a loss. I heard Mr. Chuck Hayes over there. Pottsville is behind Dardanelle 21-6. And that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. We'll take a little break and be right back and try to give you a couple more scores. Back here, Doug Shield Field. We'll flip ends here. Start of the second quarter. 21-6 is your score. Have a score in the Magazine Hackett game. 22-0 with 6:47 left in the second quarter. There's been 4 turnovers. 6 minutes before halftime for the Hornets. Give a shout out to Magazine. They done good last week. Come up short. Mr. Caleb Hyatt had 226 yards of rushing on 20 attempts. Nice pressure by Richie. High. No. Incomplete. Trusty had it. Nice little pop there by Iron Man Ray.
Incomplete pass. Providing pressure was number 14,
It's going to be fourth down. We'll see what the Eagles decide to do here. Here comes number 54, Jarrett Mitchell. Number 1, Ty Goff.
4th and 8 for the Eagles have thrown 26-yard line.
Looks like the Eagles are going to punt. Watts to do the punting. Decent kick, and the Cats are just going to let it roll. Martinez downs it. Richardson tried to push Fennell into the ball there for a second. We got 11:35 left to go here in the second quarter.
First and 10 for the Bearcats.
Got Bouchard come out to the right side. Slinker's your quarterback. Brazier your fullback. Ray and Robertson are your halfbacks. You got Ray in motion. It's going to be handoff to Brazier right up the middle. There's a flag. Be holding against the Cats. So that'll put the ball at the 20-yard line.
Holding's going to go against the Bearcats.
Oh, 21, I guess. Sorry. Clarksville is losing 6-0 against Farmington. Again, they're 5A schools, but back in the day, we played them in our conference. Robertson is in motion. He receives the handoff. Sheds a tackle. Robertson is still on his feet. Andrew Robertson cuts back. He's got the first down. That's number 1 in there. That's Martinez. Number 22 as well. That's going to be Gert. And if I'm saying his name wrong, I do apologize.
That's Booneville Bearcat. First down.
Gert or Gerke. There's an E at the end of his name. I do want to apologize if I ever say a name wrong. It's not my intentions, and we do the best to pronounce them the best way we can. Ray's in motion. It's going to be handoff to Brazier. Just a little halfback or fullback delay, I guess, if you want to call it. It'll be a first down. Well, we'll see what they spot it.
It's definitely a different action.
Brazier gets the yardage there from the middle. Got down by 1. Blake Martinez, 22. Tyler Garrett.
Got a timeout. Paris be the first timeout of the game.
9-yard pickup. The second 1.
Isaacs, what are your thoughts of the game so far?
I try not to have any, but
Other than that big long play, Paris really had nothing to work for him.
yeah, and it was a busted play. Guy just found the soft spot in the coverage after he scrambled a little while. Of course, when he does that, he pulls up the corners, try to make a tackle. He settled in between them, in between the corner and the safety.
Right. The Cats have been able to get some good pressure on Watts tonight. I think there's been 2 or 3 sacks already.
Yep.
And 3 helmets off.
And the dangerous thing is when you miss your attempted sack, if they get away, nobody's got to contain. Puts a lot of pressure on your DBs.
Looks like Ray's going to come off the field. Robertson's going to come in. I think he may have something in his eye. Not really sure. be 2nd and 1. Ball's on the 48-yard line of the Eagles.
Coming out of
10:55
timeout, it's 2nd and 1
left to go
for the
here in the
Bearcats,
second
the
quarter.
Eagle 48.
You got Fennell, your halfback, Robertson, your halfback, and Brazier, your fullback. Fennell is in motion. It's going to be tossed to Fennell. Gabe holds on to the ball, sheds a tackle. Nice little spin move. There's going to be a flag for a late hit, or maybe targeting. We'll see what they decide to call.
Number 5,
Gabe was just laying down face up.
Tackled by 68, Adam Chandler, and number 22, Tyler Gear. We do have a penalty.
Be a personal foul against the Eagles. Be a 15 yards. That's going to put them at the 29-yard line of the Eagles. Looks like Ty Goff is in the game. You're going to have Fennell and Goff in at halfback. Brazier is your fullback. Slinker is under center with Brashard split out to the left side. And this is going to be a quarterback keeper. Evan Slinker, he's got some room. Going to be touchdown number 2 for Evan Slinker. And we got some jawing going on between Martinez and Slinker. 29 yards. Just a little fake there to your fullback. Read that little, do your tackle, I believe. Your defensive tackle probably is who he's reading. Just pulled it, and he had almost nothing but green grass. I'll spit it out here in a minute. Tongue-tied. Excuse me. Your snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. Nice pressure by the Eagles, but the kick is good. It's 28-6. Bearcats. There's a flag. I was looking at the scoreboard. Didn't see what happened. Got another flag. 3 flags. Isaac said one of our guys was clapping at their guys. If there's one on each other, it'll be offsetting. So well, White Hat, he is talking there to Coach Hyatt.
Dead ball foul against both.
And that's what it is. It's going to be a dead ball foul. They're offsetting against one is on the Cats and one's on the Eagles. So since you have one has one each, they offset each other. And Mr. Gavin Kent's going to be kicking from the 40, where he always does. 10:29 left to go here in the second quarter. 28-6 is the score for the Bearcats. Back deep is number 22, Girk, and 1, Martinez. Let's see if Mr. Casey Matson can be able to make a 4th tackle for tonight. Nice low kick, and it's fielded by Girk. And he cuts over to the right side and sheds a couple tackles, still on his feet. Just a little shoelace tackle there, I think, by Colton Ritchie. Or Gavin Kent, one of them. They was right there in the area. The Eagles will take over at the 31-yard line, their own 31. You're going to have number 9. That's Mr. Woods in the backfield with Watts. He's going to be lined up to the right of him. You have 2 receivers to each side. Woods is going to be in motion. Wouldn't be surprised to see a little wheel route by him. And he's rolling out. It's a pass to number 3. That's Keene. And he's thrown out of bounds. That's number 20. That's Holdridge. And 9, Brazier.
Number 3, Keller Keene on the reception. Tackles made by number 20, Ethan Woolridge.
We got trips to the right. This is going to be a handoff to Woods over here. And he's still on his feet. Nice moves there by the big man. Woodridge on the stop. You got number 23, Mr. Smith, in there for the game for the Cats. Turkey, Dominic Turkey Helms, number 76, is going to be your left tackle. McKesson, he's going to be your nose tackle. And the Fridge, he's going to be your right tackle. You have Ritchie and Smith, they're going to be your ends. And Brazier and Woodridge are your fullbacks, linebackers. And Martinez, nice moving there on the little sweep. Mr. Smith and the Fridge, nope, that's Turkey on the stop. Mitchell's going to check in for Turkey.
Number 1, Blake Martinez on the carry. Right down by 23, Kate Smith, and 76, Dominic Helms.
The corners for the Cats is going to be Mr. Evan Slinker and Noah Weaver. Your safeties is Iron Man Ray and Fennel. Woods is to the right. And there's going to be a little handoff to him again to the left side. And he sheds a couple of tackles. Brazier finally drags him down. Hey! Another flag. Woods was just sitting on Brazier's arm. He couldn't pull it out from underneath him, and had a Paris player just come over and just try to jerk him. I do apologize for yelling in the microphone. I shouldn't have. So I'm sorry. I'll try to do a little better at that. We'll see what they decide. I'll be unsportsmanlike against the Eagles. That's going to back them up 15. That's going to put them at the 44-yard line of the Eagles. Four comes in for Woods at halfback.
Yard line will be first and 10 for the Eagles.
Got a whistle. We'll see we got. Timeout. Cats. We'll take a little timeout with them. Be right back. We're back here at Bearcat Stadium. Cats use a timeout. The Eagles and the Cats both have 2 timeouts remaining. Mansfield is ahead of West Fork 32-0. Booneville will go to West Fork next week. Have one receiver to each side. Woods is in the backfield. Watts is under center, and he's looking. A little halfback screen, and I believe that was Woodridge in there with one of the initial hits. There's a whole slew of Cats over there. You got Iron Man and Fridge and Brazier in there. 8:33 left to go here in the second quarter. We got 2 receivers to each side. Woods is to the right of Watts. Bearcats shift. And watch this rolling to his right. Here comes Mr. Smith with some pressure. And he's just going to throw it away. Nice pressure there by Cade Smith from the backside.
Third and 8 for the Eagles at the Booneville 42-yard line.
Trips over to the right, one to the left. Woods is to the left of Watts. Watts is looking. Nice pressure. And there's going to be a holding call. And it's nice diving catch by number 11, McDaniel. That was a first down, but the holding call is going to bring them back. I tell you what, Isaac, the Eagles just keep shooting themselves in the foot. Nice running by Woods. And get the personal foul and then a holding call here, and they would have had a first down.
You can't win with penalties. Making mental errors.
Holding's going to go against the Eagles.
You got 8:05. Be 3rd and 29. And ball's on the 42-yard line of the Eagles. You're going to have quads, 4 wide to the right, 1 over here to the left. And that's going to be number 5 over here to the left, Richardson. Wouldn't be surprised to see a little bubble or screen or something to Woods over there on the right side. McDaniel in motion. Woods is going to be to the right of Watts now. And he is looking. And he's just going to be brought down. That is none other than Mr. Jarrett Mitchell.
Number 54, Jarrett Mitchell gets a sack on the play.
He had the fridge in there and McKesson, but Mitchell, he's the one to get to him. So that knocks him back to the 31. The Eagles will punt. You got Iron Man Ray and Fennel back deep there to receive the punt. McKesson gets a hand up close. It'll be fielded, and it's dropped by Ray. He's able to pick it up and got a flag. Ray still on his feet. Nice move. Another move. Ray cuts back to the right, and Brandon Ironman's going to score. But we do have a flag. Coach Hatt's man is going to be a block in the back, more likely. So it's going to be taken off. Nice job, though, running and making some lanes for Brandon Ray was, and following some of his blocks and doing some moves.
Holding.
Isaac's one said there was a holding call. Coach Hatt, a little upset. I'd be upset myself. Coach Hatt, he threw his hat. It's frustrating. And his headset. We'll say that's one of the things I remember is the hat flying.
Holding penalty is going to negate the touchdown.
Hopefully, with these penalties and stuff, it's not a replay of us against Pottsville a couple weeks ago. Cats come out. Brazier's going to be your fullback. And, hey, man, Brazier gets maybe 2 yards. Got another score on the Mansfield game. It is 39-0 with 6:25 left to go in the first half. So the mercy rule is going to be in effect. Started that game at the second half. Excuse me. Brazier got a yard on the carry. 6:35 left to go here in the ball game. Ball's on the 32-yard line of the Cats. Fennel's in motion. It's going to be hand off to Robertson on the back side. Robertson's still on his feet. Andrew Robertson just tackled out of bounds by number 22, Girk.
Number 2, Andrew Robertson to be carried to the Bearcats.
Here comes Brandon Ray and Chase Bouchard. Ball's on the 37-yard line of the Eagles.
Ball will be spotted at the 37-yard line.
We're going to have Wooldridge in at tight end. Richard's going to be your receiver over here. You got Ray in motion. Ray on the keeper. Brandon Ray sheds a tackle. And he is brought down by number 10, Henderson. That's a first down for the Cats. 2 back-to-back big plays there for the Cats. And the Cats, Isaac, are trying to do a little up-tempo here. Come to the line quickly. Fennell's checked in at halfback for Ray. Fennell is in motion. It's going to be a toss over here to Brazier. Brazier follows his blockers. Brazier still on his feet. Juke move. Cam Brazier. Touchdown. 18 yards. That makes your score 34-6 with 5:37 left to go here in the second quarter. Slinker to do the holding. Kent to do the kicking. Mr. Smith's snap was good. Hold was good. Kick is up, and it's good. 35-6. Bearcats over the Eagles. We'll take a little break, and we'll be right back. After a little quick break, we're back here at Doug Shield Field at Bearcat Stadium, just right off Mr. DJ George Drive. Ozark and Mina is tied 0-0 at halftime.
Back deep for the Eagles, number 22, Tyler Pierce.
That game right there is going to be positioning pretty much for the top of the conference in the 4A. Try to get a score on the Lamar Cedarville game. Gavin Kent to do the kick. Nice little kick by Mr. Kent. It's fielded at the 10-yard line by Martinez. Pursued. Looks like Mr. Hunter Pence on the stop. They got a flag. We'll see what the call is.
Tackle is made by number 52, Hunter Pence. Believe it or not, there's a flag on the play.
They're talking it over.
Personal foul.
Blindside block call.
The blindside block call. A little help there from our own Chuck Hayes. Yeah, that's a kind of a new rule that's been instated here lately. I know back when we played and stuff, that was legal. So they've instated that rule this year to kind of cut down on some injuries. But so that backs the Eagles up to the 12-yard line. You're going to have trips over here to the left, 2 to the right. Watts is looking, and it's pass is caught by 4 at the 15. And looks like Mr. Hunter Pence in there, and I think Cam Brazier as well. No, that is our quarterback, Slinker. 5:10 left to go here in the second quarter. Don't have a update on the Lamar game, but Glen Rose is ahead of Two Rivers 14-6 in the second quarter. 4 is in the backfield with Watts. A pressure by McKesson. He's just going to throw it up, and 4, he almost caught it, just threw his hands out there. Nice pressure there by the Cats. The Eagles was trying to go for a little halfback screen there, Isaac.
Yeah, their old lineman let the defensive lineman go a little early. Screens are all about timing.
Looks like you got the fridge there at your nose tackle, and they've shifted McKesson over to the right tackle. Pereira's come in, and he's at the left tackle. Your linebackers is Wooldridge and Pence. You have Mason Goers out here as one of your ends. Watts receives. He's still on his feet, looking, rolls to his right. Pressure by Pereira, and he just throws it away. And the Paris ball girl caught it.
In pursuit, number 73, Ethan Pereira.
Be fourth down. About Paris coach, he's wanting a flag over here. I'm not sure exactly what about. Let's see what. You got Gabe Fennell and Evan Slinker to back deep to receive the punt. Watts do the punting. Just a high punt. Didn't go very far. And it hits at the 36, and it's going to stay there. Does maybe a little half roll back.
Eagle punt's going to be down at the Paris 30.
Greenwood is ahead of Little Rock Hall, 28-0. Clarksville is ahead of Farmington, 7-6 in the second quarter.
Booneville and Knights of Columbus fundraiser. We're selling tickets for $10. You get 10 pounds of ground chuck.
Shallow is ahead of Berryville, 35-0. I know they're not watching because they're coaching, but give a shout out to our Booneville's own Doug Schott. He's the head coach of the Bobcats at Berryville, and he's got Jesse Frost on his staff up there. Toss there to Brazier. He gets about 2, maybe 3 yards there on the carry. And number 10 in there on the stop, that's Henderson.
Brazier on the
It's
carry.
46-0 Mansfield, 2:02 left.
3-yard pickup, second
My
set.
goodness. Figure the backups will probably be going in pretty soon, or starting the second half. Isaac works with a guy from Mansfield. His son's the backup quarterback, and he goes 6'6". I'll tell you that's a play. It's a handoff to Robertson. Robertson, nice juke move. Andrew Robertson still on his feet. He's tackled by number 3, King.
Number 2, Andrew Robertson on the carry.
Yeah. Isaac works with a man from Mansfield. His son goes 6'6", 240, something like that. Big old kid. He's the backup quarterback.
He's a sophomore.
Just a sophomore. He had a 70-something yard touchdown pass in one of the games earlier this year. You got Robertson in motion. Handoff to Ray coming on the backside. He's not able to get away from Henderson. Henderson's been in on the last couple plays for the Eagles. Greenland is ahead of Charleston, 14-7. Give a shout out to Coach May there. He's coaching there at Charleston. Clinton and Hardin Academy's tied 22-22 second quarter. Rising is ahead of Drew Central, 20-0. Cats come out, shotgun formation. You got 2 receivers to the right. Robertson was to the right of Slinker. Slinker looking, and it's Brashard. Chance Brashard on the catch. He cuts back towards the middle, still on his feet. Sheds another tackle, and he gets down to the 10-yard line. That was on 4th down. Pass was kind of high, but nice hands by Brashard. Makes it 1st down, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 10 with 2:25 left to go here until halftime. Do have a score for the Lamar-Cedarville game. It's 14-6 Lamar. Ty Goff splits out to the left. The Bearcats come out in T formation. And it's a handoff to Ray. No, that's Fennell. I'm sorry. Gabe Fennell. Touchdown, Gabe Fennell. 41-6 with 2:02 left to go here in the second quarter. The snap, kick is up. is good, 42-6. So if the Cats can hold the Eagles here, Isaac, that'll invoke the mercy rule.
As long as we keep them out of the end zone.
Yeah, the Eagles, they've showed some promise, but they've hurt themselves with penalties and silly holding calls and stuff.
Hey everybody, get your 50-50 tickets out. I apologize for it being delayed, but it was big possible.
Magazine is ahead of Hackett at halftime, 22-8.
Okay, your number is 518.
The Paris's offensive linemen haven't been blocking just entirely great. So when you have no time to pass, you're not going to do well.
No. Especially on their screens, they hadn't really been able to get their timing down, except maybe a couple times. There's a fielding at the 12-yard line by Martinez. He's got some speed. There's a flag. I think that was either Woods or Girk just threw Matson down.
Number 1, Blake Martinez on the return.
Tell you what,
5, Gabe
Casey
Fennell,
Matson,
20
he's
to go.
making his name for himself on special teams. Dead ball, personal foul. That's going back the Eagles up 15. So that's going to put the ball on the 16-yard line with 1:56 left to go here until halftime.
If we can get a quick 4 and out, we might be able to score before halftime.
Watts is looking. Watts scrambling, and he is just hammered by none other than Court the Fridge Mizell. Got a timeout against the Cats. That timeout comes with 1:43 left to go here in the first half. Just want to say thank you to everybody that's out there watching. We do appreciate you. Thank you for taking time out of your day. Your night, I guess I should say. Appreciate you watching. Thank you again to our administration, to Mr. Goff, Coach Goff. I still call him Coach Goff, and Mr. Walker. I still call Coach Walker, Miss Goers, and everybody else that has helped keep this going. We appreciate it. If you see them in town, see them around anywhere, let them know how much you enjoy watching this. If you want a shout out, shoot me a message, text me, or I guess get a hold of Isaac. We'll give you a shout out. The team magazine lost 2 last week as they had 7-6. Cutter Morning Star over Mountain Pine. So here come the Eagles. Ball's on the 10 with the 2nd and 16. Woods gets the handoff. It gets off maybe a yard or two, but just a whole slew of Cats meets him at the yard line, or the 12-yard line, I guess we can call it. Bearcats call a timeout. So it's 1:34 left to go here until halftime. The 3rd and 16 they still have on the board, so he didn't get really nothing. The Fridge in there again on the stop.
No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 16.
Got a score. It's a 7A school, but Van Buren is ahead 21-0. I try to keep an eye on all the former Bearcats and where they coach. I know that's where Brock's coaching at right now. Even though they're not coaching for the Cats, I still like to, keep an eye on it and just see where they go. You know, it's always nice to see some Bearcats out coaching. So we try to keep an eye on them.
Miss Harvey's pageant, I know those two things are going to have Broadway blocked off. And you can dress up the dog for a contest. Wow.
Here come the Eagles.
Training.
I do want to say thank you to all the guys out there that's on the rigs and does pipeline and all that. I know y'all work long days, long hours. If any of you are watching or listening to this, just want to say thank you. Appreciate what you do. Taking time away from your families, and you only have a certain amount of time you get to spend with them. So hopefully, if any of you are out there, you're able to watch this and enjoy it. Watts on the snap. Get him, fellas. Cade Smith. Nice pressure there by Cade Smith. I got excited again, folks. I couldn't help it.
Incomplete pass on the last one.
Just almost a safety there. Nice pressure by Mr. Smith. Be 4th and 16. The Eagles are going to punt. They're on their own 10. You got Fennell and Slinker. They're standing at the 39, 40-yard line. High kick. Fair catch. And he's just going to jump on it because he kind of muffed it there. So the Cats are going to take over at the 39-yard line of the Eagles with 1:19.
Catch called by the Bearcats at the 39-yard line.
Bearcats, Isaac, try to get a quick score here. I figure. Try to go up by a little bit more and get some of these other guys probably some playing time and more experience. Bearcats come out, shotgun formation, 2 receivers to each side. You have Robertson to the right of Slinker. There's a flag. It's probably going to be a false start. Let's see what they call. And it is. It's going to be a false start against the Cats. It's going to back them up 5 yards.
It's going to go against the Bearcats. Be 1st and 15 at the Eagle 44-yard line.
We got a score. Waldron and Elkins 22-0. TJ Hoover, he was coaching at Elkins. I think he still may be coaching up there at Elkins. Robertson in the backfield with Slinker. Slinker still's got some time. He's going to roll out to the right. Nice block there by Goff, and he's just going to step out of bounds. He's going to be close to the first down over there, Isaac. He may have it by a yard. We'll see where they spot it. And they do. They give him the first down. You got 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go here in the ball game. Ball's on the 28-yard line. 42-6. Your Bearcats lead the Eagles. Bearcats shotgun formation again. You got Goff and Fennell to the right. Here comes Ray in motion. It's a handoff to Ray. Nice move there. Ray gets out of bounds. You got Burchard over there on the left side with Ray. And Robertson, he's lined up to the right of Slinker. So 105 since Ray stepped out of bounds. Nice smart move there by Ray. He gets 3 yards there on the carry. Ball's on the 25-yard line. Got 7 seconds on the play clock. Bearcats come out, trips to the left. Slinker rolls to his left. He is looking. He stows over to Goff. Ty Goff catches it. Ty Goff sheds a tackle, and he goes out of bounds. 57 seconds left. Nice job by Ty Goff. Give a shout out to Mr. Zach Wickton, a former Bearcat, up there in Pennsylvania with him and his little family. Give a shout out to his wife Brittany as well. Already gave a shout out to his kids, but you know what? They deserve another one. I'll give them another shout out. Caden Cole and Cash Wickton up in northeastern Pennsylvania. Thank you, y'all. Thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying it. Cats come out this time with trips to the right. Looking. Ty Goff there on the catch. Ty Goff gets maybe a yard. You've got 50 seconds left here. Again, the Cats are out of timeouts. And they're going to say it gets back to the line. He got 2 yards there on the carry. 38 seconds now. Bearcats in close. 30 seconds now. Looking. He's got Fennel. And it's knocked down. Kind of low pass. This a little bit higher. I think Fennel maybe could have caught it, Isaac. It's just knocked down there by number 3, Keene.
And then 3rd and 8. The Bearcats at the 10-yard line.
You got 26 seconds left here in the ball, or until halftime. My apologies. Bearcats on the 10. 3rd and 8. Slinker rolls to his left. He needs to hurry. He's got a guy coming, pressure him. Dodges him. And Evan Slinker runs to his right. He maybe has a nice block by Ethan Perelia. A good scamper there by Evan Slinker. You got that comes with 16 seconds left until halftime. Score is 48-6. Kate Smith to do the snap. The hold is Evan Slinker. That is good by Gavin Kent. Score, Booneville 49, Eagles 6. 16 seconds left here until halftime. And Isaac, nice huge lead here on homecoming. Miss Shelby Posey, she's your homecoming queen tonight. The last time the Eagles played here was on homecoming, and they played spoiler and beat the Bearcats 28-21. But Bearcats, they are doing everything they can to not let that happen tonight. Back deep for the Eagles, number 22, that's Gerke, and number 1, Martinez. Mr. Gavin Kent, he's going to be kicking off. He's been doing a pretty good job tonight, kicking off. Nice kick by Kent. It's fielded at the 11-yard line. Got a flag already. Martinez is still on his feet. Sheds a couple tackles. Looks like you got Gavin Kent there on the bottom, and Hunter Pence was in the area as well. See what these are. I'm thinking it may be against the Eagles. I might be wrong, though. There's a Bearcat player that was down. That's the only reason I was saying that. Chop block against the Eagles.
Chop block's going to go against the Eagles.
Let's back them up. We're going to have to see if they have as many penalties, Isaac, as Pottsville did the other night. That's really pretty much the only thing that's kind of hurt them tonight, Isaac. Kind of like Pottsville, they just kept shooting themselves in the foot. And Paris, they've had a couple of good plays, good runs, and just keep going backwards. You got Burchard in there on the far corner for the Cats. Noah Weaver, he's the corner over here on this side. I think the Eagles may just take a knee. Watts is under center with 4 right there, and that's what they're going to do. So your halftime score is going to be your Booneville Bearcats 49, the Paris Eagles 6. We'll take a little break, and we'll be back and right after this. back here at Bearcat Stadium. Doug Shield Field, just right off Mr. DJ George Drive. Try to give you a couple scores from the teams in the conference real quick. 15-14, Charleston leads Greenland at halftime. Mansfield is still 46-0. That last touchdown by the Tigers was made by their backups. And
Booneville, if you're a former cheer cat here at Booneville, Coach
Lamar,
May is looking for you down on the track right now. Please, any former cheer cats.
Cedarville, still 14-6. Let's see if I can refresh this page real quick. Clarksville is ahead of Farmington 14-6 at halftime. It is 14-12, Lamar over Cedarville at halftime, excuse me. And Mina and Ozark is still 0-0 at halftime. And here is the Paris Eagles marching band. I'll step aside. I'll let you enjoy your halftime show. Thank you for watching. Again, your Paris Eagles marching band.
Featuring the music of under the field direction of drum major Lee Dean Bradley, and directed by Matt Shoemaker and Jeremy Drummond. It's that time. Turn your mullet into the wind and raise your rock fist high as the Paris High School Marching Eagle Band presents Metal.
Owens on the cleats.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen, the 2019 edition of the Paris Eagle Band. Let's give them a round of applause.
Drum major Carter Woodall, is your band ready?
There's Eagle.
You may take the field for halftime entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bearcat Airlines Flight 111.
Got the opening kickoff first.
Seatbelt and have an enjoyable flight.
Got the opening kickoff. Didn't really do much on offense, and then Booneville just marched right down the field on their opening drive. I don't have the stats in front of me. I don't know if Chuck wrote anything down or not. But it was pretty much all Bearcats in the first half. Then things started getting a little chippy, and the officials finally had enough of it. And I'll tell you what, the flags come flying. I don't know how many.
Trombone soloist James Schmidt.
It was quite a few.
A lot of flags tonight in that first half, boys.
From the hitting position, the dog is standing up and changing. One of our bays,
Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
good runner. He won individual championship down at Mason. David Keith, Addison Gill are two other men from that team. Led by Austin Gill, Henry Maxson, and several great
Trombone soloist, drum major, Carl Willhall.
Participate in that. It's broadcast live on their Facebook.
Full recording position sincerely found in fasten.
Yeah, I understand that. I hear you loud and clear, and that's
The crew of Bearcat Airlines would like to thank you for joining us on
The Booneville Bearcat Marching Band.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Zach, back here at Bearcat Stadium. In case you're wondering what's going on, the group over there to the right is a bunch of former Bearcat cheerleaders, and this is your current Bearcat cheerleaders over here to the left. Thought the former cheerleaders done pretty good. Not as many of them out there, but they done pretty good. There's 2 minutes and 12 seconds left until the third quarter. Paris was out there ready to go, but there's about 2 minutes left, so we're fixing to get the third quarter underway.
We do have the results of the float building.
They're announcing the float building real quick.
In third place, the sophomores.
Sophomores got third.
Second place, seniors.
Seniors got
And
second.
First place with the float building, the junior class.
And the junior class won the float building for homecoming. That was always fun to be a part of, building a float during homecoming week. Making signs, all that good stuff.
I wanted to just announce about the FCA ambassadors are passing the green buckets through the crowd tonight on both sides of the field for donations for Fields of Faith. I want to especially recognize Miss Kelly Carlisle and Carly Howard from the Paris Eagles. Miss Carly Howard will be representing Paris Eagles here on October 9th for Fields of Faith. We have several youth groups coming, and a lot of kids will be feeding over 1,000 kids. So please be generous, and thank you for your donations.
Don't know if any of you heard me. Excuse me. Sorry. Heard me screen over the speaker or not. They're taking up some money for FCA and Fields of Faith. They're having that here this year. That's always something fun to go to. Had a privilege to speak at one of those my senior year. That was fun. It's always nice to have that in the community and give the kids to have something to be a part of. The Eagles to do the kicking. That's going to be number 32. That's going to be 4 back deep for the Cats. It's Ty Goff. A high kick, fair, fielded by Woldridge over there, I believe. Nope, that's Mr. Cade Smith. A little shorter than what he thought and just had to get on it.
Number 23, Cade Smith, gets on the kickoff pretty quick. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. They're on 42-yard line.
Bearcats are going to take over at the 38-yard line. Oh, wait, 42. Sorry. Tygoff's going to be a quarterback now. Your fullback is going to be Woldridge. That's Matson in motion. Hand off to fullback. He gets about 4 yards. I'm sorry, that was Mason Goers is your fullback, number 10.
Number 10, Mason Goers on the carry. He's brought down number 10.
Here comes Cade Smith into the game. Landon Beckett was in at receiver.
3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7.
Here comes Landon Beckett, number 2. Number 6, that's Blazin Jones. Also out there for the Cats, it's number 51. That's Shackelford, Landon. Beckett's going to be in that tight end. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's going to be a halfback. Matson in motion. We hand off to Matson. Matson gets maybe yard 2. It's tackled by number 12, I believe. That's Charnell. Also in for the game for the Cats, number 72.
Number 11,
that's
Casey
Mr. Shelton,
Matson
Caden Shelton.
He's tackled by number 68, Adam
Some
Chandler.
other numbers here. 65 is in on the offensive line. That's Brandon Cook. Here comes number 88. That's Race Blansett. Race, he's the younger brother of Aaliyah Blansett. She is off playing college volleyball. First volleyball player to play collegiate from Booneville. Matson is in motion. Tag off on the keeper. He gets up to maybe the 48.
I think it was a busted play.
Yeah, I agree with Isaac. I think it was a busted play there, but Ty was able to get a couple yards. 52-0 Mansfield over West Fork. Again, the Cats will play West Fork next week.
2-yard pickup.
Also out there for the Cats is number 59.
4th and 3.
That's
The Bearcats
Jacob
line
Carey.
49.
Booneville's going to go for it. It'll be 4th and 3. Ball's on the 49 with 9:12 left in the third. Blazing Jones comes in late for the Cats. Matson is in motion. He's going to hand off to Goers up the middle. He's going to have the first down.
Number 10, Mason Goers on the carry. He's brought down by 13.
Trying to make sure I got all these young men mentioned. It's nice to get these guys in here and get some experience. I know some of them's got some playing time earlier in the year against Clarksville. Here comes number 80. That's Mr. Shigley. He had a good run last year. I believe he scored his first touchdown last year, Isaac, in a playoff game. He's going to be split out there to the left side, though, this time. Beckett in motion. He gets the ball, and he's knocked down. That's number 22.
Number 22.
That is
Gerker. By number 22, Tyler Gierke.
Gierke, sorry.
1 yard loss on the play. Will be second.
I do believe I've got everybody mentioned that's been in. Ty Goff again, your quarterback. Ray Splenson's going to come in. Cats taking their time. Again, mercy rules in effect. Clock's going to run. Mr. Cade Smith is going to be your tight end. Mr. Blanson's on the far side, on the left side. Matson is in motion. It's a handoff to Goers up the middle. He gets, let's go, 2 yards maybe on the carry. 56 for Paris on the stop. That's Heiss, Daniel Heiss.
Number 56, Daniel Heiss.
We got 3rd and 9 on the scoreboard with 7:05 left to go here in the ball or third quarter. Blazing Jones comes in at receiver for the Cats. Pardon me. Goers is your fullback. Goff is your quarterback. You got Matson, your halfback. He's in motion. Ball's dropped. Paris has it. It's going to be the first turnover, of the night for the Bearcats. So the Eagles will take over. Pretty good field position. Ball's on the 48-yard line.
First and 10. They're on 48-yard line.
Number 15, Caden Knuckles, was out there for the Cats as well. I believe he was playing in at tight end out there some. White calls for the ball and hands off the 4 right up the middle. Stopped. I guess maybe 3. We'll say 3. Matson in there again on the stop. You got Elijah Wells out there, number 74 and 51. Shackelford, Landon Shackelford out there, and Caden Shelton is your other tackle. Shackelford, he's going to be your nose tackle. Your linebacker is going to be Knuckles and Matson. You got Smith and Goers as your ends. Watts, shotgun formation. Four, to the left. It's just going to be handoff to 4 right up the middle. And let's see if Shigley can get him. Chance Shigley, he does. Nice tackle, open field tackle. Eli 4, though, he gets down to the 15-yard line of the Cats. It's a nice touchdown saving tackle. Bouchard's in at the corner over here to the right. Shigley, he's your safety. Blazing Jones, he's your corner over there on the far side. And Beckett, he's your other safety. Got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Forrest line up to the left. And it's a handoff to 4 again. He cuts it over to the right side. The whole slew of Cats. Mason Goers in there and Casey Manson. Got Shigley and looked like Elijah Wells in there.
Number 32, Eli 4 on the carry. He's dropped for a loss by number 10, Mason Goers. Number 11, Casey Matson.
Manning dropped you for about a 2-yard loss. Yeah, second down.
It'll be 2nd and 12. Puts the ball on the 17-yard line of the Cats.
To the right side toward the Harris bench. Second down and about 12. Shotgun formation.
A shotgun formation.
Watts calls for the ball.
Watts calls. There's a snap. It's a handoff to 4 again. He goes up the middle. Caden Shelton and Elijah Wells on the stop. Did the ball come loose? Ball was dead, so the ball was on the ground. Try to give you all some stats. I do apologize. I didn't give you any stats at halftime. We get a timeout or change possession or something here. I'll give you some stats from halftime, even though we've started the third quarter. Maybe Mr. Parrish has some of it up on his little app here that he has, website. It's a handoff to Gerke. It's Shackelford on the stop for the Cats. Makes 4th down.
Number 22, Tyler Gearkey on the carry. Tackles led by number 10, Mason
Eagles,
George, finished off at
Isaac,
number 51,
I mean,
Landon
this is the
Shackelford.
best field position they've had. First time they've been in the red zone tonight, I believe. I don't know why they wouldn't go for it.
4th and 8 for the Eagles at the Booneville 12-yard line.
Let's see what.
Now they're coming to the line. 10 seconds. Watts in the shotgun, calls for the ball.
Gerke to the left of Watts. Hand off to Gerke. And Gerke's going to go in and score. That's going to make it 49 to 12. A 12-yard run there for Gerke. I know we've added some yardage and some other stats to this, but the stats at halftime, Paris had 132 yards, and the Cats had 372. Bearcats had 328 yards rushing, and Paris had 25. Paris is going to go for a 2-point conversion here. Gerke is lined up to the left of Watts, and it's just going to hand off to Gerke. And let's see if they can get him. Caden Shelton in there. And Blazin Jones in there as well. So the Eagles will kick off here. Got a minute 39. Scores 49 to 12. Cats.
The 2-point conversion fails.
Give you some passing yardage real quick. Eagles had 107 at halftime. The Cats had 44. And let's see. Cats were 2 for 2 on 4th downs, 1 for 5 on 3rd. Eagles were 1 for 10 on 3rd. Eagles have had 8 penalties for 87 yards, and the Cats had 6 for 45. The Cats have 3 sacks at halftime. The leading rusher for the Eagles at halftime was 4 with 38, and Watts had 107 passing yards. Robertson had 117 yards for the Cats at halftime. Slinker, he had 44 yards and a passing and 77 rushing yards. Kick is away, and Goff just lets it roll, and he probably thought it was going to go out of bounds. Todd's still on his feet. Tripped up about the 17, about 34. Jeremy Helms, I thought the ball was going to go out bounce myself, like Todd probably did, I figure. So the Cats will take over, and that's going to be the final play of the third quarter, I believe. There's 20 seconds left to go. Some other stats at halftime. Casey Matson had 4 tackles. He was the leading tackler with 4 solo tackles. So he was the leading one with solo tackles. Anthony McKesson had 3.5 tackles and 5 assists. The Fridge, he had 3 assists, 2 solo, and 3.5 tackles. Bouchard, he had the most receiving yards for the Cats with 21, followed by Goff with 20 and Ray with 3. That was your stats for halftime. I know it's the fourth quarter now, but I try to give you all some stats and stuff. A little behind on that, so I apologize. See if Mr. Parrish has updated it yet. He hasn't. So I'll try to give you some stats at the end of the game if everything gets updated. And give you some more stats there later. We're back here at Bearcat Stadium. We never, I guess, really left. Ty Goff comes out at quarterback again. Race blends it. He's your receiver over here, and it's going to be handoff. Nope, Ty Goff keeps it. Ty Goff still on his feet. Ty Goff gets a first down. Shed some tackles.
Nice run there by Goff.
I thought he was going to hand it off there to Goers and kept it himself and pulled it.
First down.
You got Casey Matson in there
Big game ball be spotted at
at
the
halfback.
30-yard line. I'd take this time to tell you that we have Butcher Pizza down there now till the end of the game. All pizzas, $1 a slice down at the concession stand. Head down to the concession stand, get you a sliced pizza for $1.
Pizza is $1. Oh, let's see if they can throw a football up here. They did hit the press box, so somebody's got a good arm. Mr. Beckett, he's in at your other halfback, and so we hand off to Beckett. He's wrapped up there in the backfield by number 20. That's going to be Alec Highfield for the Eagles.
Number 22, Landon Beckett on the carry. Tackle made by number 20, Alec Highfield.
Me and Jeff's trying to get them to throw a football up here to us in the top of the press box. It's not working. I don't think they see us. They're not even looking up here. Matson and Beckett, your halfbacks. Goers is your fullback. Ty Goff on the keeper. Ty Goff carrying some guys with him. My goodness. Ty Goff just carrying the pile with him. He gets down to the 40.
Number 1, Ty Goff on the carry. Tackled by 24, Skylar Ellington. Number 7, CJ Haley.
Well, it's sad to say they didn't see me and Jeff waving our hands for a football. But that'll be okay. Your center for the Cats, Mr. Caden Shelton. Your left guard's Jacob Carey. Your left tackle, that's Brandon Cook. It's a handoff to Beckett over here on the left side. Beckett's got the first down, then some. Still on his feet. Landon Beckett just turning them legs.
22, Landon Beckett on the carry, brought down by 20.
That's number 20 again. No, 20.
That's Booneville Bearcat, first down.
I think it was 20. Highfield on the stop. Here comes Blazin Jones in for the Cats. Excuse me. Jonathan Scott, he's going to be your tight end over there on the right side. It's a handoff to Matson over on the right side. Good block by Beckett. Matson, he gets down to the 49-yard line.
Number 11, Casey Matson on the carry. Brought down by number 3, Keller King. Don't forget to head down and get your slice of pizza for $8 concession stand. If they don't have what you want, don't forget. Pizza
Chance
salad
Shigley comes into the game for the Cats.
Head on down there and get you some salad.
8:37 left to go in the ball game. 49-12, the Bearcats lead. Landon Beckett's going to take a break, and here comes Blazin Jones. Blazin comes out here to the left.
Peterbilt is taking the lead over Lamar, 24-14, fourth quarter score. Pirates are for real.
Shigley in motion. Shigley with the ball. Shigley gets across midfield. Gets down to the 49 of the Eagles.
Number 80, Chance Shigley.
69. I don't have a. We'll go with. Hello. We don't have a 69 on the roster we have, so if you know who that is, he made a tackle. I'm going to give you the guys on the right side of the line for the Cats. 51, that's going to be Lyndon Shackelford. I believe he's going to be your right guard. No, he's going to be your right tackle. Nice run by Chance Shigley. It'll be a first down. Brendan Cook had a good block over here.
That's a Booneville Bearcat. First down.
Shackelford, he is your right guard. Knuckles, he's going to be your left tackle. And then you have Jonathan Scott as your tight end over there on the right side. Got 7 minutes and 1 second left to go here in the fourth quarter. Cats taking their time. Again, the mercy rule is in effect. Again, we do have some scores scrolling on at the bottom right of the screen. I'll be trying to look for some scores in the conference here after this play.
Number 80, Chance Shigley on the carry.
Chance Shigley on the carry again. Shigley gets about 4 yards on the carry. Here comes Mr. Blancett. Goff comes up under center. Heads off to Shigley. Shigley up the middle. Shigley to the sideline. Chance Shigley still on his feet. Number 30. I believe that's number 34, yes, for the Eagles. That's Helms, Jeremy Helms.
That's Booneville Bearcat. First down.
So it's a first down for the Cats. We'll see here if the guys here can put a score in. Comes Mr. Blazin Jones. Shigley on the handoff again. Nice run there by Shigley. Gets about 4 yards there on the carry. Down to 4:52 left in the ball game.
Number 80, Chance Shigley on the carry. Brought down number 23, Mason Whitley.
Still trying to get y'all some scores from the conference real quick. Cats taking their time. Mansfield is ahead 53-0 over West Fork. Again, the Cats will travel to West Fork next week. Shigley in motion to hand off to Shigley again on the left side. Shigley still on his feet. Wrapped up, looks like number 20 and 23 in there. 20 is Highfield, 23 is Inkelbarger. All you folks, an apology. I said Shackelford was your right guard. He is your right tackle. And Knuckles, he is your right guard. So I got those two fellas switched. Flipped them, so I'm sorry there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Wilson, please move your car. Ryan Wilson, move your car. We're trying to get another person into their car. If you can't get in there, you're in the way. Please move your car.
Charleston and Greenland is still 15-14 is the score I have. It's a handoff to Shigley again. He gets maybe 2-3 more yards again. It'll be maybe third and 2. Oh, it's going to be fourth down, sorry. Got 3 minutes and 12 seconds left there in the ball game. Isaac, it's nice to see these backups here put a pretty impressive drive together.
Short game will be 4th and 2 for the Bearcats.
Give a shout out to our he's watching, probably up there at work up at Gerber. Thank you for watching, Uncle Bob. Hopefully you're still watching. Hand off to Shigley again. Shigley, I believe he's got the first down. Be close. Goff is your quarterback. Manson, he's your other halfback, and Goers, he's your fullback. We do have a Cat player down. And we'll take a little break and we'll be back. We're back here at Bearcat Stadium. Did have a Bearcat player down. It's Mr. Caden Knuckles. He was shaking up there on the play. They're looking at him. He kind of jogged off a little under his own power. So Mr. Elijah Wells is going to check in and play some offense for the Cats.
First down.
So the clock is running. Since there was the injury, it stopped. Other than that, since it's the Mercy rule, the clock continues to run no matter if the ball goes out of bounds or not. And the Cats come out, a victory formation, ball's on the 18 with 1:56 left to go in the ball game. Blazing comes in close. With some whistles, maybe delay a game. And it's going to be it. It's going back the Cats up 5. I'd like to give a shout out to Sean Bledsaw and Braden Bledsaw and Abby Bledsaw. They say hello and go Cats and great win tonight. So thank you to all the Bledsaws out there watching. Just want to say thank you to everybody else that is out there watching. We appreciate it. Appreciate you watching and tuning in and watching your hometown Cats. Whether you be at work, house, or wherever you may be, thank you. Goff's going to take another knee, and he'll have to take another snap. So Isaac just pointed out to me, Ty took a knee, he spotted the ball, and officials just left it. Ty's going to take another knee, and that's going to be your final snap for your homecoming 2019. Miss Shelby Posey, your homecoming queen, gets a nice victory tonight over the Paris Eagles, 49-12. Like Chuck said, there's Mr. Noah Reyes down there, All-State player from last year's state championship team. He's playing down at Arkansas Tech. We also have All-State center down there with the coaches, Sammy Haynes. He's from last year's state championship team. Glad to see some of the guys come back and visit the players. The Paris Eagles, they'll have a home game next week against Lamar. And the Bearcats, they will be on the road. They will take on the West Fork Tigers, and they're trailing 56-0 against the Mansfield Tigers. Try to get you some stats real quick, see if Mr. Parrish has anything loaded. See.
My fish got blown down that one storm. And I'm just trying to.
Trying to find you some scores. We'll skip over here to the stats page real quick. See what we got here. Don't have nothing updated yet. Nope. Don't have any stats. Excuse me. Uploaded by Mr. Parrish yet. So you may want to tune in to him. He'll have your in-game stats and try to fill y'all in next time I can. Good game by the Cats. I figure they probably had close to 400 yards, Isaac. They had 372 at halftime. Backups drove down the field. Shigley, he probably has close to 40 or so, somewhere in there, I figure. Just trying to guess ballpark range. Goers, he has a couple rushes. Nice run in there by Ty Goff. He had a good catch earlier in the first half. I will say the Eagles, they are much improved. May not seem like it to some of you, but compared to last year, they have improved. They just kind of shot themselves in the foot early, put themselves in a good spot to score a couple times, and had some penalties and holding calls, and just backed them up. But other than that, it was pretty much just a Bearcats show. You like to see that on homecoming. It's always nice to see a great turnout for homecoming. Again, I just want to thank everybody that's out there watching. Thank you for what you do. I know some of you, have to take time from your families and do whatever you do. Just want to say thank you for doing that, and for providing for your family. Thank you for watching. Thank you to our administration.